Hello students, welcome to EPG Pathsala. I am Dr. Ramesh Sigord, University Librarian, Jawaharlal Nehru University, New Delhi, India. Today we are going to talk on the module JANET from paper Information and Communication Technologies for Libraries. Let's talk about the learning objective of the JANET, what you are going to learn out of the JANET, this particular module. It will introduce you the mission and vision about the JANET. It will also tell you the structure of JANET, history of JANET, and various development of JANET starting from JANET 1 to JANET 6. It will also help you understanding the various products and services rendered by JANET. It will also give you an idea what kind of architecture is followed in JANET 6. Let's talk about JANET in detail. Basically, it is a branch of JANET Limited, a GISC company and GISC collection which manages the operations and development of JANET network on behalf of GISC. It is a UK government funded and have the objective of providing and developing a network infrastructure to meet the needs of the research and education communities. JISC basically stand for Joint Information Systems Committee, but over the last decade, it is popularly emerged as a company by name called GISC. It is a high-speed network for the UK research and education community. It covers almost the entire UK, starting from and to John to Ogrets and everywhere in between. It covers almost 5,000 kilometers of optical fiber networking. Basically, it is a backbone which runs at 100 gigabytes per second speed with interconnect capacity of around 40 gigabytes per second. The network is regarded as mission critical to the UK's knowledge economy. Internet and networks are very important for development of any country, and now the progress of a country is measured in terms of its knowledge. So that's why we call it knowledge economy. It serves almost 18 million of users. The JANET networks provides UK research and education with a highly reliable and secure world-class network, enabling national and international communication and collaboration. Mission and vision of JANET. For any organization, its mission and vision is very important. JANET is providing outstanding and distinctive information and communication services to the UK's research, education, training and cultural communities, and also to support the community with research, education, training, and to provide ICT based services, particularly internet services, to the communities. Provide the services that enables collaborative working and the acquisition and exchange of information, ideas and knowledge. With these kind of mission and vision, JANET has responsibility to provide the best ICTC support services to the academic and research community in UK to help them in emerging as best academic and research institutions. Let's talk about the scope and coverage of JANET. Undoubtedly, it is one of the largest and most reputed research network. It is basically consists of a large research community in UK. It is available to 18 million users in UK, which are in different categories like higher and further education, academic research, even primary and secondary schools, and even continuing education, adult and community learning is also supported by this particular network. What I mean to say is that even 1/4 of the UK population is covered under this UK research network, which is remarkable coverage. And more importantly, it is a non-profit company fully owned by the UK's research and education community. So the objective, the mission and vision, and also the kind of structure and scope and coverage, everything has been very well planned for this particular network. Connecting to Janet. How you can connect to Janet? Who are eligible to be partner or the who can use Janet? There are certain policies, there are certain framed guidelines. Research and education organization in UK can connect their network to the Janet network, provided if they have following criteria and qualifications. Number one, government funded further and higher education organizations. Number two, research council lead organizations which are part of any kind of research council. They can also join this Janet. And last but not least, an organization whose main activity is in higher or further education, or who is involved in collaboration with the research or education community in the UK or elsewhere, they can join Janet. They can connect to Janet. Let's talk about the structure of Janet, how it works. First layer of this particular network is education and training. Basically, this layer disseminates the information for the betterment of the users, and it enables the exploitation of Janet and its services. The second layer, we call it services and application. It is supporting organization to meet their needs through services and applications. Let's talk about the third layer of this particular structure of the Janet, which is called middleware. Basically, it is a software agents that act as an intermediary between application components across the network. Let's move to the last layer, which is infrastructure layer. Under that structure of Janet, it provides the hardware that enables the transmission and storage of data. History of Janet is very old. It started in 1991 as Janet 1. Basically, Janet 1 was providing IP services and was popularly known as GIPS, GIPS, and it was set up as basically a pilot project to host IP traffic on the existing network. Then in 1995, its a next generation started known as Super Janet 2. It came on metropolitan area networks and added 155 megabyte per second ATM backbones and a 10 megabytes switched multi-megabit data services, which is known as SMDS network, encompassing some of the original Janet nodes. Then in 1999, Super Janet 3 emerged. Under that Super Janet 3, 155 megabits ATM nodes were created to fully connect all of the major sites with 34 megabytes links to smaller sites around the country. Then in 2001, Super Janet 4 came into being. Under that, 2.5 gigabytes per second core backbone from which connections to regional network points of presence were made at speeds ranging between 155 megabytes per second to 2.5 gigabytes per second, depending upon the size of the regional network. In 2002, it was further upgraded, which is called the Core Super Janet 4. Under that, it was an upgradation up to 10 gigabytes per second. And in 2006, SuperGenet 5 was developed, and under that project, it provides 10 gigabytes per second backbone with upgraded path of 40 gigabytes per second. The real revolution came in 2013 in form of Janet 6. It started with an initial capacity of 2 terabyte per second. Believe me, 2 terabyte per second is a very high speed. It will provide the modern fiber infrastructure with the core network with additional capacity for scaling to meet the future needs. The network support 88 channels with a total initial operating capacity of 2 terabytes per second. As I mentioned in previous slide that now Janet is known as Janet 6, or it is in the Janet 6 development stage. So this modern new project, new development, what it aims for. So what are the key aims of Janet 6 project? Let's discuss about it. The first important aim of this project is to create a specialist network. What do you mean by specialist network? It will deliver and design the Janet infrastructure to fulfill the needs and requirements of research and education providers in the UK. So it will be a specially focused network in research and education. Now, what is the second aim? Reliable and secure network, which is very important for any network. It will support improved levels of services availability and examine all elements of the delivery chain to address appropriate levels of resilience. So let's move to the next aim, which is it is flexible for future demand. I think that should be the requirement of any network. The new things can be added, a new partner can join it. So basically it is designed to have the capacity to handle, analyze and transfer the vast amount of data anticipated for future. Its agile design will allow the capacity of the network to be expanded, turned or trimmed to match that demand. So that way it will be a kind of flexible in nature. Now let's talk about agile to change. So this network will meet the requirements of faster and more efficiency, whether for operational or development purposes. Next aim of this is increased range of partnerships and collaborations. What does it mean? The Janet 6 will provide access to the latest technology and enable its users to undertake research and support the skills development for the needs of the economy, needs of the education sector, need of the research communities. So these are the aims of that particular, but besides that there are other aims also, like it has other functions, like replacement of all Janet UK wider backbone. That is something which it is aimed at. It will be a single network which will be designed, and delivery of that particular network will be rooted in as per the customer requirements. Like it will be highly scalable, it will be highly reliable, it will be highly flexible, and its key specifications are very important. Like it is proposed to cover 6,500 kilometer of fiber network, which is very high. And beside that, Ciena 6500 transmission platform, scalable up to 8.8 terabytes. That's quite amazing. And it has number of other support thing, like it will be Juniper T4000 and MX960, and also it will be managed by the Janet node. So basically the amount of the planning, amount of the objectives, the kind of key objectives planned for this Janet 6 are amazing and as per the requirement of the emerging society. Now let's talk about product and services of Janet. Janet has a number of product and services. These product and services are divided into 6 major categories, and these categories are as follows. The first category is Janet for research. The second category is Janet for cloud services. The third category is Janet Collaborate. The fourth category is Janet Connect, and next category is Janet Futures and additional services. As I mentioned earlier, that Janet is basically to support research and education communities in UK. So it has major role in promoting the research in UK. It have two very specialized research functions. These two major research services include, one is known as LightPath. LightPath is a centrally managed service providing dedicated point-to-point network connection between Janet connected organization with high data rates. It is a layer 2 service delivering Ethernet traffic between the endpoints. Another service is, which is known as Aurora. It is a dedicated dark fiber infrastructure to support photonics and optical system research and development. It connects to across UK's 4 universities research groups, namely Cambridge University, Essex University, Southampton and UCL. Janet Future Services. The Janet Future Services includes long ongoing previous projects, second technical projects, third service development project, and last fourth number collaborative projects. So let's talk about all these services in detail. So let's focus first on long ongoing previous projects services, which includes 3 category of services. The first one is international collaboration for super high vision with BBC and NHK. See, under this project, what is going to be happen? Under this project, the capability of super high vision technology across Janet with BBC will be established. Under that, SHB contents will provide the high capacity, safe, secure, stable, established high speed networks to transmit the images, pictures and sound. So this is something very important. Now next, what is we call it Janet 6. What will be provided under Janet 6? Basically under this project, it is to propose to build the next generation of the Janet infrastructure universally available across the whole of research and education, from high-end research to higher education and even further education up to school level. It will ensure the capacity, resilience and flexibility for research and education across the UK for the next at least for 10 years. It will also exploit the efficiency of new technologies such as cloud, which enables new ways of working and respond to policy changes. Now the third activity under this particular long ongoing previous project is the bringing theatre into the classroom. Like, what is the plan? Under this project, it is proposed to bring theatre online and give student age will be 11 to 16 the chance to take part in the real-time national wise project. It enables the live stream and broadcast of the performance using a network of streaming servers in high definition, with teachers able to access content through computer, tablet or iPad, or also can play it with their class via whiteboard. So these are the 3 services under this particular project. Next, move to the various kind of technical projects of Janet under future services. What has been planned under this particular project, technical projects category. The first thing which has been planned is known as Moonshoot. What is Moonshoot? Moonshoot enables to effectively manage user entities and control access to a wide range of web-based and non-web-based services and applications. The next one is the telephony. So what Janet planned under telephony? With the commercial providers to develop a simple way of purchasing telephony services which helps the users to have reduced cost by moving all or some of voice traffic from traditional expensive telephone connections. So that is the cheapest ways of getting this particular uh, telephony services are being developed. Now we all know that from 3G we are moving to 4G. So the Janet has also planned to uh, provide the potential support for 4G technology across Janet mobile services. Now another important service plan under this automated provisioning. Under this, main focus will be on activities of high-end research users requiring access to Janet light paths for specific collaborative projects demanding guaranteed bandwidth. Means they can be ensured that they will have access to high bandwidth all the time. So other things in this end-to-end performance. What do you mean by end-to-end performance? A tool for monitoring end-to-end network performance and providing support to transfer high capacity data will be done under that. Then another important thing under this will be Ethernet OM. OM stand for Operations, Administration and Maintenance. Under that, basically it is planned that Janet will be participating in a multi-NRI and wide area which enables to provide feature services and network performance monitoring whilst reducing network operating cost. IPv6 is another important network protocol planned by Janet. Under that, backbone is fully enabled for IPv6, which enables users to access IPv6 enabled services like mobile IP, etc. Then also it is planned to have a service called MPLS-TP, which is referred as multi-protocol label switching transport profile. Under that, it is planned that a new technology with a set of MPLS protocols that are being defined in the International Telecommunication Union and the Internet Engineering Task Force for improving provisioning, monitoring and troubleshooting capabilities of MPLS transport services. Another important project under this is service assurance. Under this particular assurance, they would like to provide certain kind of capabilities, light path services such as service status updates, performance details and verification, etc. SDN service, which is known as software defined network. It is a Janet project for creation of a small scale national software defined network based on open flow switches and controllers and enables network virtualization. Other Janet future services includes under this project is the video future. What they will do under video future? This project is to review the current Janet video conference services to ensure that it meets the future requirement of the users. Another important project under this is Eduroam apps development. Under this, they plan the integration of the existing Eduroam companion application for Apple and Android operating system. Let's talk about another important thing in this, Eduroam public transport. Under this Eduroam public transport, the project provide internet or passenger transport coaches that have been fitted with wireless equipment which support Eduroam as well as free open Wi-Fi. So now let's move to the last slide about Janet future services. Basically, this is about the collaborative project under Janet. There are different kind of collaborative projects have been planned under that. The first project under this is collaborative product under arts and humanities. Under that, it is proposed to provide streaming technology and mechanism for delivering content to the arts and humanity sector. The another particular collaborative project under this is the sending content to the broadcaster, streamlining to the universities, and also providing ultra high definition showcase. So if you see all these future services, Janet is moving in a new technological age where focus will be on latest and the emerging technological use for the benefit of the research and community. Other services, one of very important services known as Janet Collaborates. By the name Collaborates, basically it offers access to services that make communicating with the staff, students, other institutions and partners at through technology at easier pace. One of the most first service let's talk about is Janet video conferencing. This service brings colleagues and collaborators closer through sharing resources with another institution, bringing contents in from remote locations, or just convening a meeting for the people sitting different locations. Second service is known as value advisory services. It provides the advice and guidance on voice technologies, focusing on voice over IP, which is popularly known as VoIP, and IP telephony. The next service is video telephony advisory services, which is also called BTS. It provides with unbiased technical advice on equipment and issues relating to video technologies. The next service is which is known as Janet Telephony Purchasing Service. It is a basically kind of network for telephony which allows service into the Janet network and provide the cost saving benefits. Janet Text is the another service provided by Janet. It provides SMS messaging services with which enables to manage and distributed messages to specific individual or groups via their mobiles, landline, emails or pagers. Another important service provided by Janet is called Janet Connect. It provides high-speed internet connection with a range of value-added services to the UK research and education community. It has certain function. Let's talk about the various functions of Janet Connect. Its first function is authentication and authorization. You know, in network, authentication and authorization is very important because of certain reason, including security and also the privacy issues of network users. So in this, Janet provides secure roaming internet access through EduRoam. EduRoam, you all know, it's a very popular network connectivity service. Second important aspect of Janet Connect is security. Janet security service includes computer security and incident response team, email advice and testing, DNS services, certificate authority services, mailer sealed, web filtering, and education shared information security services. Another function of Janet Connect is, which was the basic objective of Janet for which it was established, is Internet Service Provider, which everybody know we call it ISP. It comprises primarily secondary name server services, hold and maintains the primary source of domain name information or for Janet customers. It provides domain name and offsite resolve services for name resolution, mail services and network time services, which deliver a stable time reference using the network time protocol NTP. It also includes two services, IP address assignment and web hosting services. Next important function of Janet Connect is connectivity. The connectivity includes Janet 3G which provides a high capacity data services for network access on the move. Janet Cloud Services. We are moving in a technological age where cloud services have become essential part of our life, starting from mobile technologies to high health servers, and also from even various individual and institutions based services. Everybody is now looking for cloud services, and different kind of cloud services are being provided by different kind of institutions. So there is a different kind of cloud services, software based cloud services, hardware based cloud services, and also infrastructure based cloud services. So when cloud services are so important, now question everybody will ask that how a network of that caliber, of that magnitude, will going to serve the community, research community in UK with different kind of cloud services. And Janet is well prepared for that. And Janet has planned excellent number of cloud services for the benefit of the community for which they are working. So let's talk about those cloud-based services. Uh, Janet is also helping institutions by facilitating them to move to cloud and provide the various kind of assistance in setting up data center and also collaborative purchasing and different kind of uh, activities. So some of the cloud services which Janet has proposed and planned for the benefit of their member are as follows. The first services they have planned is called Dropbox for Business. What they're going to provide under that? Under that particularly, they will it will negotiate for Dropbox, which protects, work and share, manage the teams for the UK research and education sector. Then next cloud-based services what Janet has proposed is data archiving services. Under that services, it is proposed to provide a highly secure, easy to use and cost effective data archiving services for research and education. Now Amazon has become very popular. Uh, so under that, what they are going to provide? Janet provides Amazon Web Service to improve connectivity and reduce your bandwidth charges. So this is the another important service they are going to provide. Advice. What Janet will do in this? Janet support to institution moving to cloud computing and data center services through white papers, online briefing, events, tweets, blogs, and many more such services are going to be supported under that particular category. Next, cloud-based services what Janet is going to provide, cloud and data center framework. Under that, what will be the Janet doing? It works as an impartial advisor to the sector and help in determining the most suitable plan for individual institutions. And next, cloud-based services, what they are going to provide is financial X-ray service. What is that financial X-ray service? Basically, it is to help reduce the cost of IT services in research and education institution by enhancing the work carried out by the others in the sector. So some kind of collaborative and uh, collaboration plan is being prepared under that. Then cloud services for education agreement. What they will do under that particular agreement, it provides exclusive amendments and due diligence to on contractual documents for Google Apps for education and Microsoft Office 365. So these are the services which are being rendered by Janet under their cloud services. I have already talked about various other services provided by Janet, but there are certain services which may not have covered under different categories. So let's group them Janet additional services. What are the Janet additional services? Basically, Janet provides frameworks, third-party agreements, and procurement processes, and provides cost-effective services in acquiring technologies at affordable price. I think if you see in India, National Informatics Center (NIC) has a organization called NUXI. So basically, the similar functions have been provided by NIXI to government ministries or government institutions in India. So under these additional services, what are the services? Let's talk about this. First service they provide is frameworks. Under that, it provides competitive prices with agreement in place between Janet and suppliers. And through that, any participating institution can acquire the material through Janet. Even they under the procurement services, they promote e-tendering solution which allow suppliers to deal with Janet, known as pro contract. Under the pro contract, they put the e-tendering on behalf of various clients, and they help in procurement of technological tools and hardware, etc. Then another module or another service under this is called supplier third-party agreements. Third-party agreements provide tangible benefits to the Janet user community. And the last service under this is EU procurement award notices. Under this particular, Janet provides the list of Janet's EU procurement, EU understand European Union procurement contract award notices over the past 5 years to help community to understand the various procurement processes and also to know about the various kind of procurement done. Janet service commitment. Janet is fully committed to serve its community with best of its ability and the technical know-how, and some of the commitment which have been defined in Janet categorized as follows. Access and identity management services. Janet is not only providing access to the internet and other facilities, also helping users to maintain its identity, identity of the users. Cloud services are another big commitment or big boost to the users in reducing the cost and also sharing of their resources. Connectivity services. The connectivity services provided by Janet are helping users in getting high bandwidth connectivity, and some of the special category of users are having guaranteed bandwidth connectivity. Email services, very secure and well-tested email services provided by Janet are helping user community of research community, research and education community of the UK. Uninterrupted internet connectivity through its IP services are the another good service provided by Janet. Security services, various kind of protections provided by Janet to the data, to the privacy, and also to the work of the people, the commitment of the Janet to the community for which it is involved. Interconnecting people through various kind of telephony and video conferencing services is another service commitment of the Janet. The Janet network connects UK universities, FE colleges, research council, specialist colleges, and adult and community learning providers under its network. So this architecture of this particular network, this particular figure help you in understanding what is the architecture of Janet 6, and you can see the list of universities and institutions, how they are connected with each other, what kind of, some are having point-to-point presence, some are having regional networks, some are having transmission sites. So this architecture very clearly defined that how the various institutions are covered under Janet for sharing of their resources. It is continuously growing and improving network in UK, and it provides connection between the various kind of consortia and also to the individual and group of institutions for different kind of network based services. Let's talk about Janet's national and regional architecture. Janet national and regional architecture has been depicted in this particular diagram, which talk about integration of global research, health and public sector, and also talk about various kind of integration with other national and regional networks. Janet multi-service network architecture has been depicted in this diagram, which indicate that what kind of requirement to be served. It may be for general use, it may be for research, it may be for networking of R&D institution, service development, and this network has a very flexible transmission platform. It has different kind of test beds, and it has different kind of spatial purpose bandwidth requirement. It has IP production network. So in a real sense, Janet is a multi-service network platform. It is providing all kind of network-based services to its community, its research community, to fulfill their academic and education as well as research needs. Janet has certain, dear student, end of this lecture, uh, I will try to conclude what you all have learned, and there are certain things which, in addition to what has been covered in my previous slides, I will talk about certain other things. In India, efforts have been made to have similar services. If you remember, ARNET was started on a similar model. ARNET, this is called Educational and Research Network. It started internet services in India, but now it has been replaced by NKN. You all know Knowledge Network, which is providing high-speed connectivity to all universities in India. So this Janet is very important for UK. Similarly, NKN is very important for India, and Janet has proved that how important is a network support for academic and research community. It is one of the finest, unparalleled, high-speed, highly reliable network connectivity. We need to establish similar kind of network. We want NKN to prove like that. It is supporting innovations by providing world-class infrastructure with economies of scales. The use of cloud computing, virtualization, and data center services are some of the new services exploited by Janet to provide a high cost-effective services. IP services, application services, video conferencing, certificate services, Janet tax, brokerage, Janet 3G, now it is moving to 4G, network security, purchasing agreement, a range of other services provided by Janet. In today's technological age, network support is essential for enhancing research and academic quality of any institution. So, Janet is something very important for UK. Similarly, we need to strengthen NK and other network in India.